lunchtime Monday, off to the powder coaters. Let's get these bits and bobs dropped off. Hope it doesn't cost too much. Okay, just got a quote on the first load. It's going to be about 480, which is quite a lot, quite a bit more than I thought it was going to be. But the lad's just getting a pallet now, and yeah, this is the first lot. I reckon it's probably about 80% of everything that needs to be done. So yeah, let's get it loaded up. Tell him what all the colours I want, etc. So yeah, there we are. It's going to be all the blacks, black as well. Summer is upon us. Good Lord. It's ridiculous. Okay, so this is the part that I've bought a new one. I'm not quite sure, it's got damage at the top there, but you can see it has. One of the lads on the owner's page has got a brand new one. He said he'll post it out to me for £28. So this one can go in the bin, so that's good that I'm getting a replacement one of those. So yeah, that's good stuff. That's all good. I'm now going to do something I did a long time ago, and let's continue to strip the paint off this other hub, because I want to get the second coat done on this one and get this one started to paint it up, because I'm a little bit behind here. This is something else I cleaned up. I don't think I've shown you before. It's off the water pump. It looks brand new. I don't think it was even been used. It was fitted and not used, but anyway, it's cleaned up and ready to go in the box. Drop links have arrived. There's a pair of them there. As you can see, I'll leave them in the bag for now, put them in the box, ready to go on, and that's it for now. Let's get this other hub stripped. So, just a little tweak this evening, then that's pretty much there, thank God. Timing belt cover cleaned up. Put some protection on that. A few more bits here. The bushes from the lower arms, they look pretty new and they're in good order. I did try and clean them up a bit, but it's proven to be a bit difficult. But yeah, they are solid still, and they're rather expensive. I think they're over about £100 for just that set, so given the condition of them, it'll be worth me reusing them, because they are like new, they just look a bit worn. These are the slots that the shocks go into. They slide into there, they go into the hub, so I can't really paint or do anything with those, because you won't really see them anyway, apart from that top edge, which I sanded slightly, but it doesn't really make much odds. So yeah, there we go, that's pretty much there. The helmet hammock that came in the car has been washed. That looks like new. The belts are given a quick wash as well. With these will go with my Clio, which I'm still trying to sell. I think because I don't want to sell the car, I'm making pretty limited effort on actually making an effort of selling it. So, but realistically, it does need to go, because I can use the money to put towards all these other parts. So, but yeah, there's just a little bit for now. I'm hoping to bring you some more a bit later on. Morning guys, it's a chilly one today. A few bits and pieces, hopefully to bring you some good content today. So let's get the garage open. What I intend to do today is I'm going to bag all these bolts up and weigh them up and send an email to a local zinc plating place and see if they can give me a quote on the amount it's going to cost to get them all plated, so I can just see where I'm at with that. And then, well, I've not really thought about it yet. What I might do is bring a table in here so I've got a bit of a working bench, start painting up a few more different bits and bobs, start perhaps a bit more on the engine. As I said, I'd like to make it a bit clearer in here. I'm also tempted to strip some of the stickers off the bonnet, see where we're at with that, see what condition it's in, and use some Nitromorse on the wings and get stripping back these wings and seeing what damage we've got and how we're going to address fixing that. So yeah, let's get these bolts back boxed up and weighed up, and let's get some quotes going for that. Just quickly, sorry I've not been bringing much content to you. The weather has just been awful. Unfortunately it's quite sunny today, which makes a nice change. So as the weather gets better and it's lighter in the evenings, it's going to be much nicer. So spring's just around the corner, so as soon as it's here, it means we'll be able to do some proper, put some proper time in and put proper hours into working on the car. So yeah, let's crack on today and let's see what I can, what content I can bring to you. I've torn down the starter motor so that I can paint this in silver and freshen it up. Taken all the bolts off, I've put them in the bag to go zinc plated. I've also removed this part, taken off the cap there, which I'll also put the zinc plate in. I can clean this up and paint that black so the starter motor will look brand new, and the bolts that hold it together there and the two screws, so again they can go for zinc plating as well as the cap as well. The other thing to mention is I've taken the oil feed lines. There was blue clips on all of those. I've unclipped all of those. See if I find an example, it's these ones. I'll get them all zinc plated as well for a bit of consistency, so the colour's continuous. Yeah, that's about it for the minute. Let's go and weigh these bolts and see what the total weight is, and try and get an estimate on what the total cost for the zinc plating will be. Cracking on now, second coat done on this one, first coat on this one. Starter motor, one side of it pretty much done. I'll do another coat on there as well. I need to go and get some black paint for this one, but what you'll see me doing next is cleaning this up, getting ready for paint. Moron alert. Stupidly scratching this off, and look where it all goes on the fresh paint. The two at the back are fine, but I'll just have to let that harden and then lightly sand it before giving it a second coat to get all the bits out of it. Very frustrating, but lesson learned. There we go. Just stripping this down, intermediate shaft. I might get some Nitromorse on here to get it right back, and then I'm just going to mask this up and paint it black as well as doing that one. But yeah, lesson learned, don't keep your paint area clean, I suppose, and dry and without mess. But there we go. Anyway, let's continue with this for now. So I was trying not to be annoyed about stuff landing on that, but what an utter berk I am. Right, let's have a look around, see what else we can do. I need to go and get some black hammerite, in fact, so I'll go and get that so I can paint up this and that. I'm having difficulty undoing this bolt on here, which is not allowing me to separate this. That's something else here. This big bracket will need to go to the powder coaters, so I'll have to get that taken apart, so I'll investigate that perhaps later on as well. It's on how long this glass topped table will last, using it as a workbench. I mean, hopefully it won't break, but let's be honest, I won't be massively surprised if it does get cracked or damaged, but we'll see. It's making life a little bit easier, that's for sure. A few more bits mounting up in here as well. Slowly getting there, but there is a hell of a lot more to do. But anyway, let's crack on. The ideal situation on the supercharger would be to strip it down, get all the bolts zinc plated with the rest so they all match, get it to bare metal and powder coat it, or better still, or secondly, just get it painted silver. The issue I'm finding here, I was going to lightly scuff it and try the hammerite paint on it to keep some consistency, good colour matching. However, what we are facing is that, as you might be able to see here, the lac is peeling off, and what will happen is, even if I lightly sand this and then spray over the top of it with the hammerite, eventually the paint will just flake away and it'll just be a complete waste of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack this with some hammerite, leave it on there for 20 minutes, and then come put another load on, about 5, and leave again for 5 minutes, and then see how much it works into it. Now hopefully it will start to strip it better than it did on the hubs, because that was a bit of a bind. It didn't really strip very well on there, so fingers crossed it'll strip better on this, because I would like to get this stripped and then spray it all in silver to match the rest, and it'll be a really good finish. So yeah, let's get some hammerite on it and see how we get on. So I put a good coat on there. It looks like where the lacquer was peeling and the Nitromorse hit the paint, it's stripping it really well, but where the Nitromorse is just sat on the lacquer, it's having difficulty breaking it down. So we'll see in 20 minutes what it looks like. I mean, if it's not breaking it down enough, then I'm going to have to just sand it as best as I can, and then we'll go with the hammerite silver. So yeah, let's give it about an hour to work, and then we'll see where we're at and we'll go from there. Actual sunlight. Wow. Right, so the sun dry off a lot quicker, so that's good. I think once this is dry, just a light sun will get these bits off, so that's fine. But yeah, Good. Glad to have a bit of sun. Speeds up the process. Looking at this, I believe this is the gearbox mount from memory. Yes. I was looking at getting a new one because of this black on it. What I'm going to do is with a knife. Just show you. We'll get a Stanley blade. Just run it across here. Flatten this out to make it look a lot better. And I'll do the same on this side. Give it a sand up, and again I'm going to spray this silver, and I reckon that should come up like new, and that's going to save about, I think, 90 quid for an official Ford one. And there's nothing wrong with it, as I said, apart from this black stuff. So once I got that off, make that all flush and spray it up, I think it's going to look great. So I'll be getting onto that shortly. Nitro Morse it's eating into it, so I'll keep topping that up, see how we go. And just for my sake, that is the bolt. Goes on that leader. I believe that's what I'm guessing. That's some type of pressure reading. But again, more stuff I'm going to have to learn about. But yeah, there we are.
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that one of your biggest wishes?